that we've been working on. We like to call it Alpha Prov. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the cast. This is Matt, Patrick, Nick, Steven, and I am Leanna. And without further ado, I would like to begin Alpha Prov.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? All right. Well, does anyone here in the audience have a stuffed animal they were really attached to, like inseparable from? Okay. You, sir.
Yes.
What was that animal?
It was a dog.
It was a dog. All right. And why did you love it so much? Was it like a special present, or was it just?
Yeah, my grandmother gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Grandmother gave you a dog. Okay. Well. So, I'm not going to say I got mad when she lost it. Mad is not the right word. It's so, you know, petty. It's like saying, I was really teased off. No. It went far beyond that. She was not respecting my things. She was touching them and moving them, and I didn't like it one bit. And I don't know, it just... Maybe if it was some other thing, maybe if it was like, I don't know, my silverware or something, I could have looked past it, but this was just too much. And to be quite frank, I couldn't take it anymore.
Have you seen this?
Breaking news. Breaking at the shirt factory?
Yes! That's the third time this week our shirt factory has been broken into.
Wait, why are we hearing about it through a freaking newspaper?
Well, I'm starting to wonder if maybe the manager that we've hired isn't quite the manager for us. You do this every time we hear about...
Hey, Barton.
Hey!
So, did you hear about this little problem here?
Well, nothing ain't happened before.
Look at this catalog. Look, the store has been sending these to us as if we're supposed to just order things for the store.
Well, I say just keep doing business like you usually do.
We can't do business like we usually do if our factory is being broken into every goddamn month.
Look, Derek, I'm gonna be honest with you. If the factory is being broken into, it's probably your fault.
You're the fucking manager!
Well, that's true.
I pay you to keep that from happening.
Well, I mean, managers, security.
It's a small-ass factory.
All right, tell you what. I'll call up,
Who are you gonna call up?
Carl.
You call up Carl?
Yeah, Carl.
Carl's gonna help us?
No, Carl can get it set straight. He's got a lot of experience with this sort of thing.
Carl's gonna help us out.
Yes.
And how much will this cost us?
Well, whatever it costs is what we gotta pay.
What we gotta pay.
Well,
Let me remind you that you're not the one paying for all of this. We started the store and this factory so that we could have a nice nest egg for when we retire. And I'm beginning to think that you don't care about our nest egg.
I mean, I'm gonna go tend to the straw. You deal with Martin.
You can't just leave me here with Bart.
I've done it before!
Okay, Bart, I know this isn't completely your fault, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a chance to call Carl and fix everything before I come back home tonight. I have to go pick up Stella from her nursery school. If I come back and this problem isn't solved, I think you know where the door is.
well, I called Carl, and he came in that night, and we looked into the problem of how these break-ins kept coming up every single week, and, well, we didn't really come up with much, but, well, I think Evelyn will be a little pleased with what we were able to come up with.
All right, Carl.
Yes.
Please have a seat. You know, I'm no more thrilled than you are to be seeing you again, but...
Happened again, didn't it?
Well, yes, you were right. Bart was an inefficient inefficient manager, and now I'm here to ask for your help.
Well, I believe it's obviously an inside job that your factory is getting broken into.
An inside job?
I've looked into this case, and it is one of your workers that is doing this.
Who do you think it might be?
Well, I'm not sure how it works. Do you have a list of people who work here?
Well, I mean, it's not a large factory, but it is a factory. We have several hundred people working here. I don't really see how you
Who are the top 3 positions? There's obviously you.
Right.
Bart.
And my husband. That's the top 3.
That's only 2. Well, wait. No, Bart's not your husband?
No. Bart isn't my husband anymore. We've discussed this.
I'm sorry, I'm behind time sometimes.
Look, Carl, I thought you were a problem solver. I thought you solved people's problems.
I do. That's why I'm a detective. I can help.
Okay, so help.
I didn't want to say this, but it's her husband.
So, what'd you come up with? Evelyn's gonna be real pissed if we don't come up with anything by the end of the week.
I already told her it's her husband.
Well, why'd you tell her that? What, do you have proof?
I believe so. I have to do a little more investigation, but I think I do have enough to go on.
Okay, well, I got time. Get me up to speed. As the manager, this is my responsibility. I'm sure you understand.
Correct. And so I've looked at the security tapes. All right. I don't know why you guys didn't think to look at those in the first place.
Okay.
And there's a figure that looks like the same size.
By same size, you mean roughly 6 foot.
Right.
Okay, well, Carl, I'm not sure I agree 100% with your detective work. You see, I'm roughly 6 foot myself.
Yes, but I know it can't be you.
It could have.
Al, honey, I heard something that's been really disturbing me today.
What is that?
Well, thank you. Listen, honey, I don't know how to tell you this, but
Just tell me.
you've been robbing the factory.
I have?
I mean, that's what Carl says, and I see no reason to disbelieve him.
Oh my. Where's Carl's proof?
Well, I don't know, but he said he had some.
Well, I have no way to defend myself, so I guess I'll tell you I've been stealing from the factory.
So you admit it. You admit you've been stealing from the factory, because I was going to chalk it all up to, sleepwalking, or, some sort of illicit drug ring that you've gotten yourself into, but you're just gonna straight up...
Whoa, you're part of that drug ring. Don't talk bad about that.
Listen, I've told you. Selling a little weed on the side is not a drug ring, okay? You don't have to be so hysterical!
I'm not being hysterical. You're accusing me of stealing from the factory. Sure. Sure, a little bit of sweet and low gone here and there. That could be considered stealing, but I don't want to... This is my pride and joy. Our pride and joy.
What in the world is that?
Oh my God!
See, that wasn't me at all. That's a great thing.
Did you see that guy?
That's a guy?
I don't know what it was. It just ran by.
Well, we better go after it!
Yeah, so I was wrong. That's a first. And yeah, so this investigation was really tough for me. Like, I really had to put my wits in to figure out who this guy was stealing things from this factory, you know? I had to figure out why he kept stealing things. So, I did what any good detective does. I snuck in at night and spied on the factory.
You know, Bart, I never thought I'd say this, but it's been really nice spending so much time with you recently.
Evelyn, I don't know how your husband would feel about that.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, certainly you understand as complex of a history as we have, you know, I mean, what with you hiring me to manage your local factory branch, I mean, that looks a little suspicious.
I mean, maybe a little, but you are the most qualified manager in town.
Yeah. You got me there.
Bart, you know, I think late night stakeouts are pretty romantic, don't you think? Oh my God!
So, my wife's been telling me that she's been seeing you a lot recently.
Oh, well, I mean, just factory business.
Yeah, no, she's really gracious for the support. And, you know, I was a little bit, hesitant learning that her ex-husband was the man that she hired to run her Pride and Joy. But I'm really glad to have you around, and I consider you a friend. Just wanted you to know.
Thank you.
So, do you know anything more about the little problem we have?
Well,
Because I don't suspect you anymore at all. I just want you to know.
that's good.
Just being completely honest and open.
Well, I was in the factory last night and I found something a little odd, but I don't really know that it'll help us. It was Carl. Carl was in the factory.
See, do you have proof?
No.
You don't have proof that Carl was in.
Okay, Carl. Well, I always appreciate when detectives like you come to see a criminal profiler.
Yes.
I understand you really want to get to the motives of this heinous thief.
I do. He just, from what I've seen on the security cameras, he just runs in really fast, flips out the camera, and then runs away. With obviously stealing stuff first.
Oh, obviously he was not loved enough by his mother. That's just a given. But, yeah.
Oddly specific, but go on.
You know what? I think this sounds like a classic case of stuffophilia. And because this is such a fabric-oriented factory, it makes perfect sense. You see, in the criminal's traumatic past, he once had a stuffed animal, or some sort of comfort object like a blanket. And in order to fill the void of that missing fuzziness, he seeks to steal other such similar things.
That's interesting.
Yes. Now, use this information as you will, but just know, you will most likely be distracted by anything small and furry.
Right.
Well,
Well, you have a good night. I am going to stake out the factory.
it's a pleasure seeing you, Carl.
It's been a couple months, long couple months, since we had Carl helping us stake out the factory. Even though he's been stealing from us. I have no proof. We have no proof that any theft is going on from him. There's things keep disappearing. Maybe it's me. I should hope not. And Evelyn has been so much more distant than she has been these past few months. The life and joy that I saw on her face all the time is disappearing. And, well, it feels like my only companion is this little vodka I have right here. Did you see the bottle of the vodka? Well, I sure do. It's my parents' house. hope this whole mess goes away soon. I can have my wife back.
Well, robberies have been diminishing slightly. It's roughly bi-weekly now.
I'm so tired, Bart.
Me too, Evelyn.
I haven't slept more than 2 minutes in 3 weeks. I swear.
Wow. I mean, you should see a doctor. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this.
I remember. Bart! Listen, I have a lot of feelings, okay? I have a lot of feelings for you. I have a lot of feelings for Derek. And frankly, I just have a lot of feelings about this whole mess. And, well, I think I want to sell the factory.
You want to sell the factory?
Yes, I think I do. I mean, Old Man Albert has had designs on it for a long time. He's been making us some very generous offers, and when it was still going to be our nest egg and our retirement for me and Derek, I thought, well, we better hold on to it, but I mean, I can't see our nest egg get robbed bi-weekly.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, is this a bad time? I was just...
Come on in.
It's almost closing time, and I think I have a way to catch this criminal.
Yes, you said that last week and the week before that.
I put real thought into a conversation I had with a criminal profilist a couple, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it seems that the criminal thinks that he has a deep repressiveness of a stuffed animal.
Mm-hmm.
And to distract him, we should place said stuffed animal.
Oh, this is ridiculous!
We
Are
need
you
to get
guys
a
listening
chance.
to yourselves?
I don't understand how you detectives read so much into this. You saw a 6-foot guy robbing the factory and you assumed it was her husband. I mean...
I was wrong about that.
Where do you have your detective degree, sir?
Some shady website online, that's not the point.
Well, that's news to me.
Listen, I can do this alone if you guys can go away, but I am doing this. I will catch him. I know it.
What the hell? But if it doesn't work, we're selling the factory.
Cut to later that night. Alright. Set this up. And... So cute.
Okay, well, I haven't heard from Carl in like 3 days. All the stuff, everything is gone.
I don't think he's a very good detective.
Guys, I've looked at the security tapes we apparently have. And I'm gonna play. Okay.
Why don't I know this stuff? I'm the manager.
It's very recent, very new technology. I'm playing it right here. Now, as you see, Carl is emulating a puppy right there. Very cute puppy. But there's the flash that happens. Like it stops right here. He goes to Carl and grabs it. I think that's why we haven't seen Carl.
Okay, so you're telling me.
I'm guessing at.
Evelyn, this is the most logical deduction we've come to all month.
I mean, we did use technology to find it, so I guess you have a point. So what do we do about it?
We have to find Carl.
Okay, Sherlock.
Do we have
We couldn't
to?
find the criminal.
Wait, you suggesting we don't have to find Carl?
I'm just saying, Carl hasn't exactly been the best asset to our
We never did find Carl. I mean, you know, we gave it a solid try. We put an ad on Craigslist. Wanted, guy who looks like puppy, kidnapped by tall man who likes fuzzy things. But, I mean, you know, a week goes by, a month goes by, and gradually you lose hope, and more importantly, you lose interest. So we did end up selling the factory. I mean, it didn't go for much after all of the, merchandise was gone, but, we still got a pretty good sum for the building from old man Albert, and most importantly, we were able to have our nest egg in the form of a large lump sum of cash, which we keep under the mattress these days. So, if I were going to say anything that I learned from this whole experience, I guess there'd be a lot, but number one, definitely don't hire your ex-husband to watch your factory, and don't turn your back to chairs. We have a page, Spike's Punchlines Improv. We also have a Twitter account, SPL Improv. We say funny stuff from time to time. We've got a lot of great events coming up, so if you're ever in Tulsa or want to take a drive, we'd be happy to see you. Thank you very much. And